What's up guys, and welcome to the ultimate dribbling tutorial. In this video I will cover everything from basic dribble moves to signature combos. To start, you want to know the strengths of your player. The players in the background are all elite ball handlers with either a gold or better ankle breaking badge, so they'll be able to pull off moves that other players can't, and they will be able to create more separation when pulling off these moves. Let's start with the basics. First is a crossover, performed by flicking the right stick to the right and left as shown. Next is a behind the back move. This move is performed by flicking the right stick back and away from the hoop. Lastly, we have the between the legs dribble. This move is performed by flicking the right stick diagonally towards the bottom right and bottom left directions. The ISO size up. Each player has their own signature size up. D'Angelo Russell's is one of my favorites because he's able to freeze the defender, which makes driving to the basket easy. This move is performed by simply flicking the right stick up and towards the defender. Now if we take a look at Isaiah Thomas's size up, you can see it's much different than Russell's. It involves a lot more crossing over and between the legs, but with Isaiah's size up, it often leads to an easy jumper as the defender backs away. Next, we will get into the hesitation. I find the hesitation move most effective when comboed with another move, but it's definitely still effective on its own. To perform this move, simply flick the right stick toward your ball side hand. From here, you can either combo it with another move or take off toward the basket. Let's look at this example from Kemba Walker. I used the hesitation to go left, but when I saw Michael Carter-Williams leaning one way, I flicked the right stick back to do a behind the back dribble, which eventually led to a layup and a great finish by Kemba. The in and out cross. Although I don't think this move is as effective as the previous two, it's still a useful move. To perform this move, hold R2 and flick the right stick toward the defender, and then quickly flick the right stick either to the right or left depending on the direction you want the crossover to go. When we play it back slower, you can see that it's a flick toward the defender and then a quick flick to the right to get by him. Next is the step back dribble. Damian Lillard is one of the best at this particular move because of the space he is able to create for his jumper. To perform this move, hold R2 and pull the right stick down. This move is best for creating space, especially at the 3-point line. If we slow it down, you can see the separation Lillard is able to create. Every player has their own unique step back, and Lillard's happens to be one of the most effective. The J crossover combo, aka the between the legs behind the back move. This move can definitely break ankles, especially with players like Jamal Crawford. The move can be a bit tricky, but is performed by flicking the right stick diagonally to the bottom right or left and then quickly flicking it back or away from the defender to perform the behind the back dribble. If we take a look at this example of Stephen Curry performing the move, you can see that there is a little variation from Jamal's. With Curry, I wasn't able to just immediately break my defender's ankles. Instead, I comboed it with a step back, performed by flicking the left stick away from the defender, and a cross to open up the lane for a layup. The half spin. I find this move most effective when playing against people online, but it's still highly effective against the CPU. To perform this move, rotate the right stick in a half circle, either down and up toward the right or left, depending on where you want to drive. In this example, I comboed it with a step back again to get an open look for 3 with Paul George. With Kyrie Irving, there was no need to combo the move, because after I performed the half spin, I was able to just blow by my defender for an easy dunk. The spin move. Be careful with this one, as you can easily spin into another opponent and lose the ball. To perform a spin, rotate the right stick in a complete circle either to the left or right, depending on which direction you want to spin. The double behind the back move. This move is definitely a specialty of Curry. He performed this move a lot last year and had great success with it. The move translates perfectly to 2K as well, as it is one of the more effective moves. To perform this move, flick the right stick down or away from your defender twice, and you should create enough space for either a shot or a drive. The Sham God. This is definitely my favorite move in the game. It looks really cool and oftentimes breaks the defender's ankles. To perform this move, you will need to be running. While running, flick the right stick up or toward the defender. In this example, Curry hit the floor as soon as I performed the Sham God. But if you don't initially break the defender's ankles, definitely combo it with a behind the back or a crossover. In the past, really only point guards could perform this move, but this year some of the shooting guards and small forwards are also able to perform this move as well. LeBron James, Rudy Gay, and Kawhi Leonard are some of the bigger guys that have this move in their arsenal. The running double cross. This is a park favorite because it can be hard to defend due to the change of direction. To perform this move, you will need to be running. While running, flick the right stick from side to side quickly. In this particular example, I comboed the double cross with a behind the back move when I noticed Brandon Knight was leaning to the left. This allowed me to go right quicker than he could react and led to an ankle breaker and a dunk, two things Brandon Knight knows all too well. the crossover behind the back, performed by the great AI. This move is probably the best at making defenders look silly, especially with Allen Iverson. To perform this move, flick the right stick to the left or right and then quickly flick it back or away from the defender to perform the behind the back dribble. Just look at how much space I created for the Iverson 3-ball with this move. Probably the cheesiest move in the game, the running double behind the back. KD is probably the best at this move due to his size. While running, flick the right stick back or away from your defender twice, and it should lead to an open lane. Definitely the hardest move to perform, the walking between the legs size up. The trick here is to push the left stick only halfway forward so that your player slowly walks forward, and then you need to do simple crossovers by flicking the right stick diagonally left or right. When we slow it down, you can see that John Wall approaches the defender very slowly, and then I explode out of the dribble into a step back 3-pointer.